They gather at a sports bar to talk football because these are football coaches, and their premise is to make the game better. It's the continuation of the greater game. The goal, make football one of the best educational opportunities known to kids.
It was really formed by coaches. I mean, it was formed through talking with coaches and kind of seeing what they needed and what they wanted. So to take basically their direction and try to take their needs and create a product, if you will, that would help them. So many of them have come up saying it is helpful. They love getting the daily messages, helping them connect deeper with their players.
Much of what is judged is on the field. That's the easy part. The more difficult is figuring out if you're doing it right, so the players are seeing a real benefit. As in, are they growing? Are they learning? Are they becoming better people?
I think it'd be wrong if we measured ourselves based on how the scoreboard is. That's how society measures us. We want to help kids. Maybe we don't know if we're successful until 10 years out down the road when they come back.
The programs that have implemented it are led by coaches that believe their mission statement is greater than a scoreboard, that the connection needs to be bigger than a win or an all-conference trophy.
I love this program. This hits right at the heart of, when I talked to Matt Birk the first time, I got really excited because we don't have the platform as high school coaches that the NFL does or that Matt does, but we see great things come out of our kids. We see them to go on to become college students and difference makers and people who want to be great at what they do.
Hill has practiced his purpose by defining greater game. See, he needed a team manager, and man, did he find one.
So when I was in high school, I was sitting in my world history class in 10th grade and listening to the girl next to me talk to Coach Hill about managing a football team, and kind of butted my head in like, hey, what are you guys talking about? And they had mentioned to me that he was looking for some new managers for the upcoming season. I was like, why not?
It quickly became much more than about making sure the equipment was up to standard. It became about being part of a team, of contributing and having a place that felt good.
I'm never going to get my name in the paper for a touchdown or an interception, but to be a part of something as special as high school football, that really kind of turned my life around.
She advanced at Love to college, serving in the same role at Winona State University.
I always thought that I wanted to be a teacher, and I learned the difference between wanting to do something with the rest of your life and having a passion to do something for the rest of my life, and that's what football gave me. It gave me a passion, it gave me a drive, it gave me motivation. I want to wake up every day and go on the field, and when I'm there and I'm out with the players, and when I was in high school, now it's in college, it's so incredible to be a part of a family.
And because of her love for football, she has reestablished her lifelong goals.
My dream is to be the first woman general manager of an NFL team, preferably the Vikings. And I know that there's so many steps and there's a ladder to climb for that, and I get that. But I'm willing to work hard, and football has given me that. It's given me that motivation to be like, I have a purpose in life.
On this day, they get a pep talk from a man that understands football at all levels. John Gruden, who has a fondness for the high school game. High school football, you're here today meeting with coaches of high school football teams. What does high school football mean to you?
It means everything to me. I mean, it's where it all starts. It's where I learned the most valuable lessons that I've learned in my life. I learned about sportsmanship, teamwork. I got accountability. I got my work ethic by being on a team. I learned all about my mental toughness. Some of my greatest memories were with my high school teammates, behind the scenes and tough practices, getting yelled at by coaches. I learned to love the adversity, but I learned how to deal with it.
Well, I think it's great for our high school coaches because it lets them know that someone like John Gruden cares. And I don't care if you're John Gruden, you're a Super Bowl winning coach or an NFL player, whatever. Everybody's played high school football, and everybody's had a really, really positive experience with football. But really, where that fire was lit or where it was amplified was in high school.
When you've been to the mountaintop, you understand what it takes to get there. Is it as much as anything you want to let coaches know that, hey man, we got you, we understand. This can be a tough job sometimes, and we want you to know we're with you?
Sometimes all these high school coaches need, all these teachers need, is a pat on the back. We keep kicking them, we keep yelling at them, and we keep, telling them how negative they are, or how bad things are, criticizing them. It's getting old. These guys need to be thanked. They need to be encouraged. They need to be appreciated more, in my opinion. because they're giving a lot of their time and their lives for very little money. And the things that they're providing, you can't pay for. You can't get anywhere.
He even takes time to break down the host of this show, who happens to have played quarterback at Gaylord High School and got to do it again, at least for one day, at Ortonville in western Minnesota this fall. And finally, now this is a throwback. Look, come back. I sold it, didn't I?
You got some talent, natural talent.
And
You see
finally,
the field well?
lead option.
Let's not go too far now.
Okay, but remember, it's how hard you try that counts. And in this case, it's what can a coach convey to his players.
All my best friends, I think, are coaches, and I love being a coach. I'm honored to be a coach. You know, it's just good, I think, to every once in a while step back and remind ourselves that these kids are listening to our words and they're watching our actions, and we can have an impact on them.
They're not coaching football because it's a job. You know, they're coaching football because it's vocational for them. They love the game. They want to see the game strong. They believe in the game. And so you get these guys, you know, a Carl Fruchty or Dave Nelson or Jeff Ferguson, or these guys have been there for 40 years. And, you know, they're saying, hey, this is great. You know, this is what the game needs.
What is clear is that there is a need, a constant need for character in society. And high school football is one of the best avenues to develop just that.
Well, you get to be on a team. You get to be on a team, and you have to learn to become accountable. If you're on a team, you got to learn how to finish the season, whether you're 0-10 or 10-0. Being on a team from start to finish, it's one of the greatest achievements that you can ever have. And football's hard. It's not for everybody. Let's not kid ourselves. But if you're a kid out there that wants to try something tough and try to get the benefits of being on a football team, I recommend it to you.
1, 2, 3, hands up.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.